fam, welcome back. Another episode of PG Family. It's me and Key, and we're here to talk about really anything, but we keep it PG. Today, we're going to talk about family time and movies. Uh, we will avoid spoilers, even though I guess the movies aren't necessarily new.
We'll try to avoid spoilers.
Yeah, but we're talking about Sonic 3 and what was the other one?
Zombies
And
4.
Zombies 4. Yeah. Uh, Hopefully Disney doesn't come shut us down. So yeah, thoughts. Sonic first, because
Okay.
we the order that we watched them.
I thought oh Lord. I thought Sonic was good. Um, I guess better than I expected. I'm not really into I wouldn't even
Sonic?
well, yeah, I'm not into Sonic, but I was gonna say like action-ish movies. So like all the fighting and stuff, like meh. But I was interested in it. Like they kept me interested in it. A little sad, to be honest. But it was still a good movie.
Yeah, I enjoyed it actually. I actually thought it was great. It's very hard to do sequels, and I think that they did this one fairly well. Um, I'm also a fan of Shadow, just from the games and stuff, and I think that they did a good job of telling a story. And they also did a good job, like movie wise, where it was young enough for the kids, but there were still some like nostalgic things. Like if you played the video games, you're like, oh, that looks like that in the game. And so those were very enjoyable for me.
Yeah, never played Sonic. I barely know the Sonic characters. I know Sonic. I know Tails. Knuckles and Shadow, I thought were the same person. Not gonna lie. I see they're not. And like Amy, I think is also
Yeah.
in. But that was it. Like I don't know the backstories. I don't know none of that until I watched the movies. I actually don't remember Sonic One, to be honest.
So you didn't play any Sonic growing up?
No, not that I can remember.
You missed out. Like obviously, like so the Sega Genesis was before you, but like Sonic has come out on basically uh, every iteration of some kind of Sega slash like Nintendo
Trying to think.
system.
Maybe
So
on
like
Nintendo, but like I just
GameCube.
don't remember. Yeah. I did a lot of like Brain Age on Nintendo. Or I don't remember really. I maybe I played it because KJ definitely probably played it, and I was like, I want to see what you're doing, but I just don't 1,000% remember.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna butcher the title, but it was something Adventures 2. But that was like back when video games used to be in stores, so you could like play them and test them. Like that was one of the main attractions for the GameCube. So every time I was at the store, I played. But I guess you would have been a lot younger then, because it was before I moved to New York, so 11 or 12. So yeah,
Yeah, probably was like
two.
two.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess the GameCube is a little bit before you too,
I had a DS. That's-
but you didn't play any Sonic.
No,
I actually don't even know if there
I
was a
did a lot of Mario Kart.
DS. There probably was though. I mean, yeah, fan favorite. Okay. All right. Thoughts on zombies?
Well, you started on these this time. You can hype it up.
I was not a fan. Um, I also acknowledge that I'm not the core audience. I'm not the person that they are making this movie trying to engage. But I think that the other three zombies, even though they're for the kids, they did a good job of also engaging me
Yeah.
as the adult. Um, but it was not a great film for me. Um, I felt like the music was not as enjoyable. It also the music in this one felt a lot of the same. Like every song sounded like the song before
Yeah. Sure.
it, which might come to like songwriting. Whoever was writing it, they have a certain style, and that style was felt throughout. Um, Sometimes that can work well because there's like a authenticity, but I think it was a disservice to the film. Also, the film felt disjointed. Like there were two separate stories trying to be told. They were trying to say goodbye to the zombies crew.
Hmm.
They were trying to say hello to these new vampire crew. But I don't think they did a good job of either by the way that it was meshed. Or at least mostly. I actually do think that the goodbye was done fairly well. Like the final scene for the zombies, I was like, okay, cool. I get it. This is goodbye. And it was well
Hmm.
done. But that was like after sitting there for almost 90 minutes, like not really enjoying the film.
I felt like it was forced. Like they were trying to force the sequel that they didn't really need at all whatsoever, and it just felt like they tried to like rush it, and they probably just needed to take more time to like do the screenwriting or like writing it out, having a set story because it just felt rushed to me. Like they were trying to make it happen in a short amount of time because they're on time crunch, and Disney said make it happen. You got this much time. I'm like, they're not good at rush jobs. Like,
Maybe. So Shanice actually brought up an interesting point to me where she said that um, it felt like she felt trace elements of Descendants Red. And when I looked back at it again, like when I reviewed my memory, I was like, okay, yeah, I see that too. And I think probably what happened was they had this idea. They probably had the idea a long time ago. Like people don't know that movies are written and then they just get shelved.
yeah,
So they probably had this idea a long time ago, but tried to use the popularity of Descendants to push it through and do a similar concept of like old crew introducing new crew with a new story.
yeah,
But it fails because maybe relatability. See where Descendants was able to thrive, I think, was first off, everyone loves China,
yeah,
and they brought her back.
yeah. They didn't bring
Every
the whole crew back.
everyone loves Brandy, and they tied Cinderella into this story. Okay, you don't love Brandy. Well, you're like one of one. Everyone else loves Brandy.
I don't mind Brandy.
Okay, you love Brandy as Cinderella
No,
because that's the point I was making. So no, you
yeah.
didn't. You didn't like her Cinderella. Wow.
I,
Well,
I liked it for the culture, but that's about it.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I think at the time where I finally was able to watch Brandy, there was also 5 other Cinderella stories, and I was like, okay, this is just oversaturated. There's Selena Gomez, uh, Hilary Duff, I think is her name, the blonde one. With like, there's 5 other Cinderella stories that it's like I know
Well,
Brandy came
they're
out and like
Cinderella like stories. Brandy was Cinderella.
all the Cinderella like stories are all the same, just different generations, basically. You still have the dad dying, he was stuck with the evil stepmom and her 2 kids. It just changes like how they're stuck. Oh well, this one wants to be a singer and dancer, but her sisters are singing and dancing. And her mom doesn't want her to. That was the Selena Gomez one. Then there's this. I think it's Hilary Duff. I don't know, Lindsay Lohan. One of those two people, um, where her stepmom has the restaurant, but it's really her restaurant, and she wants to go to prom, but you can't go to prom. You got to be back and all that weirdness. It's oversaturated.
I didn't watch them, but
Those were like the first ones
I generally know what you're talking about. I remember seeing commercials and stuff. I just wasn't interested. So I will concede to your point that by the time that you were like watching the stories, there were lots of Cinderellas. So if I take you back to the early '90s or the late '90s
Yeah.
when this came out, huge deal.
Yeah.
Like, first off,
You
like,
got Brandy, Whitney Houston. I don't know who else was in there, but those are the top.
well, yes, like those were big deals in and of themselves. It was a musical. Then they were singing. That Impossible track is one of the
That was a good song.
greatest songs that like I ever heard in a movie. Still
Mm.
today,
It was a good song.
and like for the culture,
That was a big deal.
Cinderella was black.
Yeah.
Like one of the main staples of Disney. And we're like, okay, cool, there's a place for us. Because this was like years before Tiana.
True. That's why I said for the culture. I like it. I like the movie. I think I've actually maybe watched it, all of it. I've watched parts for sure. I don't know if I've actually watched the whole movie through and through.
It's very sad.
You failed me.
I didn't even know you yet.
I wasn't even born yet when it came out.
Well, yes, when it came out, but
That's right. We're gonna get back to the watching movies that you think is important and I should watch, like The Matrix.
yeah, I I think The Matrix is one of the best written. Well, I guess it's technically not a trilogy anymore because they made a fourth film, but one of the greatest trilogies written. Complex, also good movies. Though you will probably not enjoy it because you just said you don't like action films, and it is kind of an action film. But that's not why I like it. I like it because of the complex themes and morality, good versus evil, and the concept of the chosen one, and like what that means. Like, is the chosen one always have to sacrifice themselves for the world? And Neo deals with that. Like, all right, I'm the one. Cool.
You said Neo?
His name is Neo.
Like Neo?
Like Neo.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the singer?
No, that's Neyo.
Oh,
But
true.
pronounced the same.
True.
Yes.
Neo. Is it Neo? My brain went
I
with.
thought you were going to the dogs, and I was like, yes,
True.
they named them Neo and Morpheus. That's from the Matrix.
I still call that dog Marmaduke, so mm, don't ask.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anyways, the point that I was making was that Descendants had a stronger cast of original stories to pull from, but also made this new story that was, I can't say it was entirely original. Like, I've seen that type of story before, but it was original to the story of, Descendants.
Yeah.
Whereas this vampire story was Zombies 2.
Yeah.
Again.
Basically. All over again. But I will say the Descendants 4. I think what helped is they like even though in Zombies 4 they didn't bring back the whole group per se, but they brought back like the main ones. I feel like that's what Descendants had going for them because they didn't bring back like all of them. They didn't bring back Mel and King Ben and all of them. They brought back China. That's it. That that is
Right.
boom.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you. And it forced the new story to try and stand on its own.
Yeah.
and also the music was good,
The music was great.
was helpful.
Yeah. The music for Zombies 4, forgettable.
Well, we might be done here, unless you have other thoughts.
I I think Sonic 3, 4,
Three.
3 was great. Um, Zombies 4, not so great.
Agreed. Um, yeah, next time we'll probably have a movie that we choose, and not that the kids chose, and hopefully something enjoyable.
We still gotta watch a Medea movie.
Okay.
Hmm It's another zombie story. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, the one you just watched?
Hmm
Well, then I'm not gonna watch it. If you already watched it and you think it's bad, I don't want to watch
Gotta
purposely
watch it.
bad movies
I mean,
unless like
Tyler Perry tried, but
it's the joke, like
I think it has
like Kung Pao.
like what?
Never mind. Kung Pao Enter the Fist. It movie was a little bit before you, but the concept is that it's a bad movie, but like it's bad on purpose. It's a joke. The guy that made the movie took a bunch of clips from old like 70s and 80s martial arts films and then dubbed them over. So like mouse moving, but like so movies used to be really bad, like
Like
because it was written in Chinese, and so the mouse
I hate
what they were
those.
saying didn't match up. But he also would do it on purpose because he was dubbing it over. He would over exaggerate things. So like someone that had a really long speech, he'd say something quick, so the mouth kept going, or the mouth would stop and he was still talking, but that was the joke.
Oh God. Okay.
And it was a hilarious film.
I think Medea's Final Destination or Destination Wedding, whatever it's called, um, has a good concept at the end.
So it ended well.
Yeah, I think it ended
Well, that's good.
good.
I think I would prefer a movie that starts poorly and ends well than one that starts well and ends poorly.
I think it ended very well, where Ryan passes out. I think it ended really well, but like, there's a whole part to that. But I think you'll enjoy it at the end.
I'm not gonna watch it. You already watched it and you think it's bad.
I don't think it's bad. I
You
if
just said you didn't enjoy
Okay,
it.
if I am rating it out of the movies we have watched between Sonic 3, Zombies 4, and Medea, it's gonna be Sonic, Medea, and Zombies. So it's still a good movie. I'll watch it with you. You gotta watch it for the channel. For the fan.
They don't care if I watch it or not. But sure, sure. It can be the movie that you picked. I'll watch it.
Oh, if it's not never mind, then I'll pick another one. I can't have that be my movie.
Okay. Thanks for joining us. Heard us go on quite a bit, probably about nothing. But that's okay. Sometimes that's what life is. Just having fun with your sister.
Yep.
So have fun, but not too much fun. Keep it PG.
Adios.